Last week it was a wheel bearing. This week it's something else. It's always something with this truck. Notice how I'm not driving, because mine's somewhere back on 95 on a rollback right now. Great. So if some of you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, or were with me today, whatever, you know that the truck is on a rollback. Well, it put a lot of damper in my plans for things that I wanted to do, but now I can't do them until I figure out what's going on with me. And John went up to North Jersey today for a car, truck, bike show. And of course, once the show was over, I decided to be me and give in to peer pressure. I don't do well under pressure. I usually give in and do something stupid, end up breaking stuff. Hence why I'm in a passenger seat right now of not my truck. Well, towards the end, I gave the skinny pedal a little too much, and it started idling really rough.
Hang on. I know this one.
As people are cutting us off. So, it was idling really rough. The whole truck was shaking. And, so, I shut the truck off. Of course, there was a code. Read the code real quick, and it threw a code for cylinder 6 misfire. Great. Obviously, there's no spark plugs in a diesel, so it can't be a spark plug. So then, of course, the next thing you think of is an injector. Well, it was knocking pretty loud. And honestly, I've never been around anybody that's had a bad injector knock or anything, so I can't tell the difference between an injector knock and a rod knock. First thing that pops into my mind is that it's a rod. It's like, great. Shut the truck off, so read the codes again. Cylinder 6 misfire went away, but it was still idling very rough. But it threw a code for a wastegate solenoid. I don't have a wastegate. So, cleared that, paid no mind to it. Started the truck again. Still shaking, still idling really rough. Still knocking. And, so after the last time of clearing codes, cranked it over. And it wasn't really hard starting or anything. I mean, it had a little bit of hesitation. But cranked it over.
In 2 miles, continue on to New Jersey Turnpike South.
Thanks. Started over, still shaking, still knocking. But then it got progressively a little louder. So I cut it immediately. And once again, the first thing that goes through my mind when you hear this knock and not really knowing what a fuel knock sounds like, it's like, great, that's a freaking connecting rod. So I had a couple people come back that I was with at the show today, and gave me their opinion, listened, heard what they thought it might have been. What are you pointing at?
Are we going to the turnpike?
Yeah, we're going to the Pennsylvania Turnpike. We live in Pennsylvania, duh.
Alright, yo, no attitude.
So, after numerous people kind of listened to it, nobody really could pinpoint whether, hey, injector or rod knock. So, I shut it off. Thankfully, one of the guys that I was with today has AAA.
Continue on to New Jersey Turnpike South.
Thanks, Siri. Continue to interrupt me. So, we called AAA and got a
In
flatbed.
3/4 of a mile, continue on to New Jersey Turnpike South.
Gonna keep interrupting me. Got a flatbed out there to at least get it back to my house. So, of course, I went and... Man, fingers in the way. I went and I...
Continue on to New Jersey Turnpike South. Then continue.
Lord. I had to pick a couple people's brains. Brian. Pick Brian.
Continue.
Picked,
Use the right two
picked
lanes to
Greg
take
A's.
exit 6
Greg
toward
A.
I-276.
Next Picked his brain a little bit. Picked Mike from
Take the
Muldoon's
exit.
brain a little bit. Oh, he's fucking. We're about to miss our exit. And of course, everybody kind of veered away from a connecting rod being broken. Everything that I kind of said made it seem and worked its way through to thinking that it's an injector. And talking to Greg was saying about rail spike. And I mean, I was on it and then I was off real quick and had to come to a stop. So
In 2.2 miles, keep left.
I'm turning this GPS off now. So now that I turn the GPS off and I don't have to hear it anymore, Greg, of course, saying rail spike, probably cracked the tip, which would make sense because I didn't even think about rail spike. I never do. Usually I don't. And so get the truck back to the house just to make sure and make myself feel better before I pull an injector. I'm gonna just drop the oil and see if there's any chunks, hopefully not, of metal in the pan, or there's no diesel in the oil, which there probably will be. But as long as it's not a rod and I don't gotta yank the motor, I'll be okay. I can deal with picking up another injector. But you know, I figured I'd keep everybody in the loop, especially if you saw what happened on Instagram or Snapchat. Usually that's what sees it first, is Instagram and Snapchat. So, man, can you drive correctly? Come on. So, just wanted to keep everybody updated on what was going on with the truck. I did have a flange coming in today that would have allowed me to put compounds back on, but I got a bigger fish to fry now with what's going on with my fueling problem. So hiccups. I haven't had much time. Man, I haven't had much time with work and everything else to, you know, make a video. Been doing a lot of side work on the weekends. And it's really just cutting into the time for me to be able to make a vlog. But, in good news, this truck's not shaking all over the damn road anymore. He got new tires. He got it aligned. Give it a big thumbs up. Because, to be honest, I hated riding in this thing when it was like that. Couldn't go anywhere without feeling like I was gonna puke. So, I'll just give you a lowdown on the turbo stuff. I have been dealing with a guy. His name is Riley. He owns Evilfab Diesel Performance. Yeah, I got his shirt on under here. He owns Evilfab Diesel Performance. He's out west. This guy makes some of the best handling, looking, working, performing wise, whatever you want to call it. Single kits, compound kits, even some triple kits. Everything's hand tagged, everything's coated, heat coated, and then it's heat wrapped. Everything's nice. So I'm keeping my charger manifold, which is an S463 8310 or one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 10. And then I had Riley fab me up a T4 T6 hot pipe again, different from my other hot pipe. And then also picked up a brand new Borg S480 93 or 97 132 T6, of course, for the big Charger. When you buy a whole kit, he'll also give you, I mean, you could just buy just the turbo from him, or you could just buy a piping kit, hoses, whatever you need. But if you buy a whole kit, he'll give you the hoses, the turbo, the piping, all the lines, even a downpipe, depending on where you want it. He can make you a downpipe. This guy makes everything in-house, so nothing is bought, everything is made in-house. As you saw, there is powder on the one turbo. I haven't gotten my other turbo powdered yet. If anybody's wondering what color that is, it's illusion blue. Figured I'd go something different than polished. Besides my wheels, I'm kind of tired of getting tired of cleaning polished, especially under the hood when stuff breaks every week and gets oil and soot and everything everywhere. But other than that, I mean, truck's been fine. Yeah, fine. So we'll see once I get into the truck tonight. I'm gonna drop the oil, like I said. I'm gonna drop the oil, check for any metal chunks, shavings, anything in there that would kind of make me think that it was a connecting rod, but I'm hoping it's not. So once I check oil and everything else, I'm going to go back to number 6 injector and pull it, and we'll know immediately as soon as I pull it out. But I'll probably end up getting the rest of the injector sent out, flow tested, make sure everything's okay with them. And until then, there's not going to be much else I can do, because then I got to wait for a new injector to come. Just trying to think, instead of ending this video now, since you guys haven't seen me for 2.5 weeks, I'm still alive. So, oh, well, a couple weeks ago, if you would have seen on my Instagram and Snapchat, you saw that my truck was on a tow truck again. Well, having 14 wides and stock front end, they don't mix very well. So I was driving. I was actually going to pick up a set of wheels that I was polishing, and I was on the highway, and my front end started humming, and it started pulling a little bit. So, you know, I pulled over. It was making a very weird noise. Pulled over, checked it out. Couldn't really find anything that was making noises. Got it, what, another mile down the road? Another mile, 2 miles down the road. Knock, 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 and dragging me to the side of the road. Well, the hub said, "Bye, Felicia." Didn't want anything to do with the Dodge anymore. So yeah, it froze up. Ended up just going in to out. Bought new hub, new caliper. Brake pads are still brand new. They were put on in January. Still have plenty of meat. Rotor was still in okay shape. But yeah. So wheel bearing, clutch, something with the motor. Anybody want to take bets on what's next? Leave it in the comments below what you think's gonna blow up next. Yeah, I mean, this video is not gonna be very long. I just wanted to update everybody with what was going on with the truck. So I don't know if I'm gonna end it here or wait until I get home to go over the truck more, but
You're going to end it with John saves the day all the time.
yeah, John saves the day. He's pulling me back to Westchester. Well, not really, because there's nothing back there if you can see through the negative 500% tin. But yeah, I mean, thanks to everybody that helped out today. You know who you are. And of course, John, for getting me home again for like the 4th time in a couple months. Dodge for sale. Does anybody want it for sale? Shoot me offers.
10 grand. With the wheels.
Worst I can say is no. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully I will have another vlog up here in a week or so once I figure everything out. I just have to have time on my hands to do so. But thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And see you next time.